Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Ready? Mike 54. Let's get the ball. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
On first down, Trubisky. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there on the first play of the game. 64 yards.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for first and 10.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Mike's 54, Mike's 50.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Echo.
91
Get it.
On first and 10, Rico. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's first and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Brings up second and 4.
Set. 15, Ronnie. 15 line.
Okay, just like that.
Pilot, 64, weak.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with third and just a yard.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
This is third and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
General West.
A first down carry for Henry. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll get 3 out of the dump off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
661, match box, White.
Back to throw. Rico, and that's caught by Smith. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone.
And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Trubisky. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Watch the pass.
Hey, ball. Ran, jump.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He lets it fly for Lockett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Titans on Ringo.
Henry running right. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and it'll bring up third down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Rico. He finds Humphreys. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. These two teams all tied after 1. The Titans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4.
Protein spill.
Back to throw. Rico. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. They'll run on first down. Swift, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Hey, ball. Hey, exit.
Mike 55.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. This is the tight end fan.
Lock in, lock in.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard.
Check, check. Pilot, 64, weak. Go.
Check that.
2nd and 1. And that's incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Looking to throw. Rico. He'll get this one complete to Davis.
Come on, fellas.
It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On 1st down, it's Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Well, there to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play that time for the Titans. 44 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
218, chopper.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rico steps away to his left. And this one complete to Smith. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Ready?
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55.
Hey, Mike 7.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Lock in, lock in.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now Trubisky on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
180. 54. Let's go, baby. Turnover. Get that ball.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Flushed out right. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. Watch the eye. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
Ran, 18.
He's crashing.
They'll try the left side. Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
180. Hey, alert.
Watch the curl.
Hey, orbit.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Lock in.
Hey. Right there. 54, right there.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Fant. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 48 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
Keep it up, guys.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, Delta.
Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Yeah. You don't want none. Mike's 5-4.
Blue.
Mike's 5-4. Get your swerve on. Mike's 54. Mike's
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
18. Alert, 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 alert.
bang, bang.
Again, it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Allen Robinson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
Remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Then you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Completes it to Davis. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
On the set.
Mike's 59. You don't want none.
6-6. Pull it high. Snap.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Hey, team 6. Shoot.
Back to throw. Rico. He gets it to Humphreys. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Any weapon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Rico. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. After the penalty, it's Henry. And some space here. Give him 16 yards on the play. And it'll be third down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Back to throw. Rico. He completes it to Henry. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd and 2, Rico escaping the pressure right. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Ready. 50, plant. Topper.
Check 91. 91 is the mark.
General West. Hey, Haywood.
Check your heart rate.
On first down, Rico. It's caught. Smith. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Derrick Henry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
Hey, watch the screen.
61, matchbox, white. Bud.
Kill.
Hey, Foxtrot.
On 3rd and 2, Rico. The open man is Smith. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. X3. 218. Chop.
Set.
Squeeze. Snap.
They'll try to run for it with Henry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, echo. 55.
Right there in the middle. 55. 3 buzz. Switch. Peek.
They'll give Henry another shot. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Check.
Operating from the gun, Rico. Eluding the pressure. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team, because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
80 weapons.
They'll run on 1st down. Laird. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Looking to throw. Rico. It's caught. Humphreys. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. From the gun on 3rd down. Rico. Flushed out right. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play.
A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rico. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I hope you got your left because I'm about to take you to school. Rush in.
Topper.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He may try and run for this. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble. 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The kick by Marr is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5.
Red, up.
Hey, get in the weight room.
Trubisky will throw.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
His throw incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Check 37, check 37.
Hey, 18. Red, up.
Check hot route. Hot.
Go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's got Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Red, up.
They'll try the left side. Swift. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Alert.
Get ready.
From just shy of midfield, Trubisky. And his throw is incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd and short.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Red, up. Hey, high 7.
54, right there.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
That's the way. Kill.
Ran, tuck. Hey, orbit.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Marr now to add the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Mike's by 4. Mike.
Back to the air. Trubisky after the pick six. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Move.
Alert flow.
Move. Hey, Alpha. Hey, alert.
Here's Trubisky to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 47 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This will be 3rd and 15.
Hey, Delta.
This time he'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Down. 60 or.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Snap.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Ready, ready.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Matchbox white.
Deuce, 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 deuce.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
18 Gator. Go.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Lockett. And they work this out past the 25. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Check. Walk 54. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Tight dog.
Ran, top.
52.
Throwing now is Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Man, I got you.
Now it's Trubisky. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kevin Byard. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down.
Give me some. Here we go. 29.
Smooth.
29. Hey.
Here's Trubisky. Incomplete.
Trubisky's pass. Thrown away and incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll move him back within 6 now. So the field goal means we're back to a one-score game, but with no timeouts left, I think this has to be an onside kick.
I like your analysis there, partner. I think you're right. You need the ball back. That's probably your only avenue.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The Titans go victory formation down to a knee.
Set. 10-2 saw.
That's what I do.
Hit it.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And I think they might have something in this young rookie quarterback because he certainly looked the part.
I have to ask you a question. Are you thinking similar to what I'm thinking? That these rookie quarterbacks, they come in more prepared than ever before?
Year after year, they just seem more comfortable from day one.
I think you start really young now. These quarterback coaches, they play against a better competition. They go to camps across the country. Then they play big-time games in college. So when they get to the NFL, it's not quite the same, how would you say it, pressure that they felt in years past. And these kids just go out and perform.
And keep in mind, he led them to a road victory here, even more impressive. So for Tennessee, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.